This is a demonstration of exercise 138, computing and interpreting financial statement ratios. And this problem gives us selected ratios for Norfolk Southern for 2017 and 2018. So they are giving us the components of return on assets. So the two components of return on assets is the profitability, which is equal to the net income divided by sales, and then the productivity, the sales divided by the average assets. So we are given those ratios and the percentages or amounts for 2017 and 2018, and then we're asked some questions. The first part in A states, was the company profitable in 2018? So the profitability percentage for 2018 is 23.3%. How can we tell whether or not they were profitable? Well, we know because this is a positive ratio. That means that net income had to have been a positive number. So yes, they were profitable in 2018. If it wasn't, if it was a net loss, this would be a negative number. The B part states, was the company more profitable in 2018 or 2017? So to determine that, we look at the profitability ratios, and we see in 2017 the ratio is 51.2%. Net income divided by sales was higher than in 2018. In 2018 it was 23.3%. So we can determine that the company was more profitable in 2017. In fact, profitability really dropped off a great deal in 2018. The next part in C states, is the change in productivity a positive or a negative development? So to answer that question, we look at the second line for productivity. In 2017, we see that sales divided by average assets was 0.299. In 2018, it was 0.318. So we want this ratio to be higher. It means they're more productive when their average assets divided into their sales is a higher number. It means their assets are turning over more times, generating that level of sales. So was there a change? Was it positive? Yes, it went up, but slightly. So it was slightly better. The D part states, compare the company's return on assets for 2017 and 2018. So we've been given the components of return on assets, but now we're going to actually calculate return on assets for 2017. So to do that, we're going to multiply the profitability, the 51.2%, times their productivity, because that's how you calculate return on assets. So when we multiply these two, we get return on assets for 2017 of 15.3%. Now you would need to do the same thing for 2018. You would multiply the profitability by the productivity, and I'm going to let you do that part yourself. The E part states, from the information provided, which of the following best explains the change in return on assets during 2018? So after you calculate return on assets, you'll see what the change is, and then you want to pick from these four choices which one is correct. So the company's profitability weakened considerably. Well, to look at that, you would go back up to the top like we already have and compare these two parts, and we've already said that they were there, that part is definitely true. For 2, you would state the company's profitability weakened considerably and its productivity fell. Well, yes, the profitability did weaken considerably, but did the productivity fall? No. Remember, it went up slightly, so we know this one is not true. The company had markedly more assets in 2018. Well, we don't have enough information to determine that. We only have the average assets divided into sales. We don't know the relative amount of assets. And then the fourth one is the company had a market drop in revenue in 2018. We don't know that either. We know we have sales in both of these, but we don't know the actual amount. So that portion, we don't know that either. So these two are out just because we really don't have enough information to determine that. So you'll need to answer this question for yourself based on your problem. And that is the end of the demonstration for exercise 138.